Hello chums and welcome to another episode of the Nindie Nook. Now unfortunately today I don't have my co-pilot Sushi, but you do have me, RC. And you will notice that the surroundings behind me a little different. That's because I'm actually in a completely new place now. Where I used to do the videos, we're in a brand new house, which is pretty exciting for us. But regardless of all that, today we are taking a look at Jumping Joe and Friends on the Switch. Now this is a very interesting little platforming game. It's very simple, not really hard to understand. Let's get right into it. So here in arcade mode, what you're doing here with Joe is jumping back and forth with the A and Y button, or you can use the trigger buttons if you so choose. But basically if you hit Y, he goes left. If you hit A, he goes right. And that's really all there is to it here. So Joe is just going to keep jumping and jumping and jumping and see how far he can go. You can get abilities like that, like the rocket box. If you get the rocket in the crate, that actually zooms you up several levels. And you'll see up in the top left, that is where your levels keep counting up. So we are currently just passing 80. So you want to avoid enemies like that, like the bat, these spinning blades. If you hit those, you're going to lose a hat. If you lose a hat, those are basically your hit points. And you collect more of those throughout the level. We'll get into that once we actually see one of the coins we can collect to get more. But there you could see, if you actually jump off the side of a platform, that is the end of your turn and you have to start over, unless of course you get one of these special roll coins. Now you see just above Joe there is a roll coin right here. One of the other things you might be wondering is, why do I have to keep jumping as Joe? Why can't I just sit there? Well actually, hot lava is actually on your tail. We'll actually sit here for a moment. You'll see it rise up above, below him. There it is. We actually just grabbed another hit point for him there. There's a hat. One of the little details about this game that I do like is that when Joe takes a hit, he loses his hat. So we'll jump into this saw blade here, right there. We lost a hat, and we'll hit these spikes. Boom. See, he's actually missing his hat. I like that little detail. It's fun. But there we go. We die right there, and we can actually use our roll coin here. We roll, and it gave us 100 diamonds. Now, the diamonds are actually used to buy characters, which we'll show you in just a second, but you actually have the ability to roll and sometimes get a continue. So if you get pretty far and you get a continue on a roll, it'll just start you right back into the game and you can continue on from where you left off. Now you see here back on the menu, we actually have 1,200 diamonds. You can see right above Joe here. Now believe it or not, you don't only have to play as Joe. Now you have the ability to upgrade Joe if you do like him, but you also have the ability to unlock other characters. So, for example, I unlocked Rocket Bird. I really like Rocket Bird. I play as him because not only do I like his look, I like his hat, but he actually has a really great ability where every time you start a new game, he starts with a speed boost, so it throws you up a few levels. You have the ability to unlock other characters too, like this guy will destroy obstacles with a bomb when he's angry, which is pretty cool. You have another one that can attract diamonds with double the value, but of course that one is 2,000 diamonds, so we can't afford that one right now. And you get others that, like this one, it makes obstacles very slow, but of course that's 3,000 diamonds, so we can't afford any of that. But we're gonna unlock this bomb guy here. There we go, we have this crazy bomber here. So actually, let's select the Rocket Bird so you guys get an idea of what that looks like. So as soon as you swoop in, Rocket Bird takes off, and you're immediately into the game here. And here, we can grab another rocket and take off again. And look, you could be up 100 levels already, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, with the bomber guy, he's going to take 2,000 diamonds to actually upgrade, but we're going to take a look at him here because I want to see what he looks like in arcade mode. So when he gets angry, he'll bomb the screen here. So it looks like he actually has a bar that fills up as you keep jumping. So I guess he's getting angrier with every jump, which is kind of funny. Right there, I actually just jumped into some fog, which is a sort of a debuff, I guess, if you want to consider it that. It zooms in on the screen so you can't see where you're going as well. So you want to try to avoid those as much as you can. I have been put into situations where, I had no choice but to collect it. So sometimes you're just going to have to roll with the punches in this game. It's just how it goes. Okay, he's getting angrier. He's getting pretty angry. There we go. Boom. So his bomb actually explodes all of the spikes and enemies that'll be on screen at the time. Now, in addition to the arcade mode, you also have hero mode. Now, with hero mode, it just basically takes the original game and makes it a bit harder. Alright, here we go, starting hero mode. You notice the music actually changes too. You actually have a completely new look right from the get-go here. And you'll see that the enemies they throw at you right at the beginning are enemies that you would normally see like way higher up in the level in regular arcade mode here. Let's see, we want to avoid these spikes as much as possible. Oh, and then we jump right off the side. There we go. But that's how this game is. It gets really frantic, and sometimes you hit the wrong button on mistake. Now there's also a multiplayer mode, which unfortunately Sushi's not here at the moment for us to play together, but we're gonna check it out anyway. So multiplayer mode is actually a competitive mode where you and other players are racing to see who can get furthest, before you croak. But you have a huge amount of characters to pick from here, which is I think my favorite part of this. I don't know if all of these characters are playable in the normal game. I hope they are, because they're all really, really cool and different. Alright, we have Panda versus Hager here. Unfortunately, Hager's going to be taking it on the chin here in a second here, but you can see that the player on the right can actually see my character in their screen as I'm jumping away, which is pretty cool, so you will have a shared screen thing going on while you're playing. The only thing left in the game that I haven't been able to get to is race mode. I don't know exactly what that is or how it's different from multiplayer, because multiplayer is already sort of a race mode there, but you have to score 360 seconds in arcade mode, or you have to unlock it with 5,000 diamonds, which I haven't been able to do either one of those yet. I'm assuming at some point there's going to be a much faster character that can do that quite easily, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Well, there you go, chums. That is Jumping Joe and Friends. Please remember to subscribe to Video Chums here on YouTube, and of course subscribe to GGRC, because that's my own personal YouTube channel, and I do a lot of other different videos on it. Also, don't forget, while you're at it, make sure you follow us on Twitter too, so that way you know when all these cool videos go up. I'll see you chums next time.